When Rhythm of the Universe IONIA first got announced, it seemed a little too good to be true. The trailer was beautiful and promised a music-based adventure with puzzle elements, stunning environments, and amazing characters. Everything the developers were showing was obviously PC footage, but we've seen PSVR pump out some pretty graphics, especially when powered by the PlayStation 4 Pro or PS5, so I held on to hope that the version we'd be getting would be impressive in its own right. As it turns out though, I had a lot more to be concerned about than whether or not IONIA would look good on PlayStation VR. I should have been asking some much more basic questions, like does it play well? Are the puzzles fun? Does it last longer than 45 minutes? And the answer to all of these questions, as I found out yesterday when the game surprise launched on PSVR, is no. Rhythm of the Universe gives you a bunch of control options, but none of them allow for smooth turning. And it's so painfully obvious that full locomotion was a total afterthought here, because it barely works. The maximum walk speed is too slow, head turning is mandatory, and you'd better get used to it because it's far more reliable than strafing with your move controller, which sometimes just sends you walking off in the wrong direction. And strangest of all, your character either forgets to descend stairs, or simply can't. And too often you're forced to use teleportation anyway, to move to a precise area where the game wants you to stand. It all just feels so clunky and outdated. So you set off and begin your adventure, which starts with a 2D cutscene, and talk about beautiful. The colors are bright and vibrant, then the game kicks you into VR with one of the rudest awakenings in VR history. I mean, everything here is so drab and flat with rough geometry and washed out colors, low resolution textures, and the character designs are so unappealing. It doesn't help that when the voice actor speaks, and whoever you are, please accept my apology before I say this, it's like nails on a chalkboard.
Oh, Doc, I found a path that led me out. I didn't know how to find you.
She talks incessantly and leads you through the entire game, and I couldn't help but think, if I was alone, that there'd at least be a feeling of solitude and introspection that was sorely missing here. Instead, I'm just following her around, watching her do things, listening to her talk, like it's her adventure, not mine. She even solves one of the puzzles all on her own while I sat back and watched. Speaking of puzzles, they're nothing to write home about. Playing this xylophone was probably the highlight, and the developers must have thought so too because you get to play it twice. But most of the puzzles are things you've seen before and shouldn't take more than a few seconds to solve. So it's especially sad when I say that these moments are the best part of IONIA, because far too much of this adventure involves non-interactive cutscenes, and the story here simply doesn't warrant this kind of lengthy exposition. Thankfully, for a game that prides itself on music, the music is really great, and probably one of the only positive things I can say about my experience with this game.
I wonder how it works.
Rhythm of the Universe IONIA reeks of an overzealous development team that simply bit off more than they could chew. If you're going to sell us something that only lasts 45 minutes, those 45 minutes had better be exceptional. But we're so far away from exceptional here that even if we'd gotten the beautiful environments of the PC VR counterpart, this game would still be impossible to recommend.
Whoa, it's moving. Allegro, don't move. It looks like a young Brosaurus is coming over. Oh, he is. Oh, look at him. I've never been this close before. Ugh. Gross. Maybe we're a bit too close.